What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. So I wanted to share 3 financial changes that everyone should make if you are trying to do better with your finances. And it's so important to be a good steward over your finances because the way that you handle your money, it shows what kind of person that you are. And we are just stewards over our money. I always state that, when you are blessed with any resource, any money, we are stewards. We are blessed with money. So it's up to us to do well with our money and to be good stewards and be wise with our money, especially during these times, because we have a lot of things going on with inflation, things going on in the political landscape. We have things going on in the job market with, layoffs. So it's so important to know that you are responsible for your own personal economy. Who's ever in office or whatever the situation is going on in the world, you still have the power in your hands to be able to make proper decisions. And the decisions that you make right now are going to impact you, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. So you have to think that way, that every day is a day to be able to make a decision that's going to impact your future and that's going to help you build wealth. So the first thing we have to do is have a vision for your money. You have to have a vision. It's so easy to be spontaneous with money. You get paid from your job or from your business, and then you're just spontaneous. And that's something that we cannot afford to do. I can't afford to do it. You can't afford to do it. We cannot be spontaneous with money. And that's what hurts a lot of people. You can, get paid, get money, and you can just go here, spend there, spend there, and then just not know what's going on essentially and get caught in the same cycle. So it's very important to write down your plan, your vision for your money. How do you plan on building wealth? What's going to be your method for building wealth? What are you going to do? Are you going to use a business to build wealth? Are you going to use the stock market to build wealth? Are you going to use, real estate to build wealth? How are you going to use those methods in order to build wealth? How much money do you plan on making? How much money do you plan on putting back in saving? How much do you plan on investing? Things like that. What's your vision? What's your short-term vision? What's your long-term vision? What goals or milestones do you want to reach? And that can help us, motivate us, and kind of keep us on track instead of being spontaneous and freestyling. Because if you don't know where you're going, you'll just be wavering. You'll be going any and everywhere. So have a vision for your money and know what's going on. The second thing that we must do is always have a budget. Know where your money is going. Write down your monthly expenses. Write down your monthly income, and have a plan for your money. It's so important to know that, because whether you make $50,000 a year, $30,000 a year, $100,000 a year, or you are a billionaire, you have to know where your money is going. You can't just say, hey, I got this money, let me go spend here, spend there, and do this. And then so you'll be all over the place. So it's very important to tell your money what to do instead of your money telling you what to do, essentially. So know where your money is going. So have a budget. And I suggest a zero-based budget sheet. A zero-based budget sheet is where basically you tell every dollar where to go. So you have on one side your monthly income, let's just say $4,000. And then on the other side, you have your expenses, things that you plan on spending, your outflow, whether it's saving, whether it's investing, whether it's your grocery bill, car note. That's just money you're going to allocate towards those things. And once you do that, you should allocate every dollar of your $4,000 income. And by the time you are doing the math and everything, subtracting, you should have every dollar of your $4,000 allocated for the month. And that just push on essentially a seatbelt, essentially. That lets you know what you can do for the month. That lets you know what you can't do for the month. And this gives us guidance, give us direction so we can tell our money what to do. And it gives us the power to be able to, know that we are in control over our money and we have control over our own personal economy. And the third thing we need to do is to get out of consumer debt. And that's so very important because when you have money going this way and that way and that way, that takes away your buying power. That takes away for money that you can use to save, money that you can use to invest for your future in your retirement account or your personal brokerage account. It takes away money that you can use to be building something. You may want to be building on your business and adding more money to your business. And when that money is going this way and that way and that way, it's hard because you're trying to take care of your obligations. So we need to focus on consumer debt. And one method for that is a snowball method where you pay the lowest balance first and you work your way up to be able to paying off, the bigger balances. So basically you paying the smallest balance first. You trying to attack that with all your intensity and you paying the minimum payment on all your other credit card balances. And when that lowest balance is paid off, that's when you will proceed to the next one. You're going to pay more than the minimum payment on the next smallest balance, and then pay the minimum payment on all the bigger balances, and just keep working like a snowball method. So that's a great way to pay off debt. But debt is one thing that hurts us, and it's very rampant right now in the world right now because people are getting in debt and spending money and racking up debt. So it's very important that we get out of debt so we can be able to use our money, maximize our money to do other things. So these are three things that I thought that can help all of us in order to change our financial situation. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking. And we all need to get better because our money is, what we've been blessed with. And so very important to be good stewards so we can be able to live comfortable, peace-free lives right here on this earth. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.